Hey everybody, Kelly Whitney here with number 9 in my list of 40 things older black women should tell younger black women and don't. Number 9 is learn to forgive yourself. This is something that I struggle with still because I think it's kind of instinctive or maybe environmental or something for black women to be hard on themselves. Mama can't think if her jewelry's not together, you know? Anyway, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh, yes, it can be tough to forgive yourself because I think it's more common for women, especially black women, who are held to such a high, like almost unreasonably high standard sometimes, to just beat themselves up when they make a mistake. But you know what? This is something that you need to master because it'll make your life easier, you'll feel better, it'll help with your confidence and your self-esteem. Because the fact is, despite that superwoman cape that everyone's always trying to strap on our backs as black women, we're human. We make mistakes, we do things wrong, we get embarrassed over decisions that we've made, and nobody has the right to take that shit and continually beat you over the head with it, okay? Especially you. So learn to forgive yourself. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna do things that you regret. You gotta learn how to process that stuff, work through it, figure out the lesson, and then put it to the side. Because if you don't forgive yourself, if you're continually beating yourself up, you're not gonna enjoy your life. You're always gonna be like skittish. You're always gonna be scary. You're always gonna be working at a deficit because that's like, it feels like a lack mindset when you can't forgive yourself, when you can't give yourself grace. And I think that a lot of older women don't tell younger black women to learn to forgive themselves because they have not done so themselves. You know, you can't give that lesson to somebody if you haven't mastered it yourself. And I think black women are so used to being beat up on, you know, like everyone holds us to such a high standard, even when they don't hold the people around us to the same standard. It's not fair, but the world's not fair and you can't worry about fairness, okay? You can only worry about how you treat yourself and how you potentially raise your children to treat themselves and to treat others. So learn how to forgive yourself. I have done things that in hindsight, I was like, what was I thinking? Like, really? Did I forget who I was? Like, where did I do that at? I mean, seriously, just over my head. I don't know what, you know. And I did those things when I was younger, and they say, if you know better, you do better, right? And for many, many years, I would beat myself up because there was members in my family who were privy to those mistakes, and they would take them out whenever it was convenient and hit me over the head with it. Oh, well, you did this and you did that. How funny that you bring up my mistakes when I'm pointing out something that your ass did wrong. You see what I'm saying? So be wary of that. And that actually goes with lesson number 8, being quiet. When you make mistakes, you don't need to tell everybody you made a mistake, because then guess what they can't do later? Use that mistake against you. You see what I'm saying? So learn how to forgive yourself. Practice that because it's not something that may come naturally to you, especially if you're not in an environment where people are pouring into you and encouraging you. And if there's any like consistent level of toxicity in your immediate environment, then it can make it tough for you to forgive yourself, but you've still got to try. You've got to not try. You need to master that skill. And this may seem disloyal, but I think it's important that I keep it a buck with y'all because, you know, the whole purpose of me getting on social media and having my audience be primarily black women is because I want to show us, I want to show myself, and I want to show us a different way to live. I want us to have lives that are easier, more fun, more loving, all that. And forgiveness of self is a good step in forgiveness of others. You know, they say forgiving other people isn't about them, it's about you. I agree with that. But it's also about them, because a lot of times when you forgive other people, they come back and do the same hoe shit over again. You know, it's like, okay, I guess your apology didn't mean shit. So here you are doing the same nonsense again. So what I need to do is forgive you, and then I need to deny you access to me because you ain't doing right. Don't seem like you gonna do right, and that's okay. I'm okay with that today because guess what? I forgive myself for giving you a chance that you did not deserve. Okay? I think another reason that Black women don't tell younger Black women that they need to learn to forgive themselves is, and this is gonna sound mean, but I can guarantee somebody out there, and I bet you it's more than one somebody, knows an older Black woman who habitually uses mistakes against the people around her. I know my mom does. My sister does that. And I had to learn how to forgive them. And I had to make up my mind that I'm not going to emulate that behavior. I'm not going to do what they do. I'm not going to beat myself up because I made mistakes, because I'm not perfect. Perfection does not exist. You know what I mean? And you need to internalize that fact because you can try to be better. I would encourage you to try to be better every day. But if you fall short, if you stumble, if you make a mistake, forgive yourself. Learn the lesson, move on. Very important that you do that. Forgive yourself. You deserve grace. You are not perfect. You are human. And I'll leave that there. So that was number 9 on my list of 40 things that older Black women don't tell younger women, but should. And I hope you guys come back for number 10. Thank you.